we're going to look at how to make these cute little refrigerator type magnets. That first you're going to need to pick out your cute napkin and separate them. Be sure you separate them before you get started with anything else, because it's really hard to separate them if you go ahead and cut them out and get little pieces. But if you'll take masking tape, just kind of lightly put it on both sides, rip it. Always double check the top one and make sure it's not a 3-ply napkin, because some of them are 3 plies, and that will mess your project up. Okay, so that's not separating again, so it's not a 3-ply napkin. Now, at that point, you need to look at what little object you want to put in the middle of your magnet. And these are just flat marbles. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby, and they're flat on one side. They're called Mosaic Accents, and $3.49 for a whole baggie full. I've already used a bunch of those, but I get them on sale. I'll wait till they're on sale. And like, here's a cute little butterfly, and I'm going to see if that would fit underneath my magnet. Whereas that's a cute flower, but it wouldn't pick up much underneath the glass marble. So we're going to look at the cute little butterfly. And I've already cut some out of another napkin that is a little flower. And we're going to use that one. And I have separated it. So I think that, like that, would probably be a cute little magnet. So what I'm going to do is take my Mod Podge. And this one is the matte. Put a little bit on the bottom of the flat part of the flat marble. I'm not going to put a whole lot on there, but just enough to keep it wet. Yeah, got my finger in there. Okay. And then with the right side looking at you, set the marble on top, right where the flowers are that you wanted to show. And then pick it up and lightly press. Okay. And now, the patience part start. You set it over and let it dry a little bit. This is one I did a little bit ago, and now I'm ready to trim it. And I'm going to take my sanding block, and you can pick these up anywhere there's they sell paint. Sometimes I have found them at Dollar Tree, but not very often. So if you find them at Dollar Tree, load up, because we use them for a lot of things. And you're going to want to sand down. If you sand up, it might tear the napkin off, but you're going to just lightly, very lightly on a napkin. If you're using something like scrapbook paper, you're going to have to scrub it a little harder. That's a whole nother technique, so we'll look at that later. But that's the napkin. And so now, at that point, here's a purple little flower and a purple yellow. If we glued the magnet onto it right now, you would be able to see the magnet through it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a little chalk paint. And this one is Cottage White. And I got it at Hobby Lobby. But it's not really a bright white, but it's my go-to color for everything that I paint and put a napkin under just about. So now we're just going to take it and we're going to paint the bottom of the flat marble with that white paint so that it gives it a solid backing. Going to do it with this one too. Again, you've let the Mod Podge dry. And if you are impatient, you can always get your hair dryer and blow it on a cool setting, not on a hot setting, but on the cool setting, and that will hurry up and dry your Mod Podge. I like to make a bunch of these at one time, so by the time I get through Mod Podging the flour on one, it's almost dry for the next one. So, next step. This is one I've already painted, and it's already dry. I did use the hair dryer. So now I'm going to use the E6000 glue. And this is the magnets. I like to buy mine at Walmart. And this is the light level, and you get 52 of these in a package, and that's a lot of magnets. And this is, so I'll just put a little dab of that glue right on the back of the magnet and stick it on. Now, if you're doing several of these at one time and you put them next to each other and you walk away and you come back, your magnets will kind of slide over towards each other. So keep them separated and watch them for a little bit till the glue kind of sets up. Because if your marble's a little tilted, it may slide a little bit, but you want to keep it in the middle of your flat marble. And then when it does dry, you come out with a magnet like that. Set it aside and let it dry. Thank you.